Hi everyone, my name is Fern Tang and we are from Group 4. So, have you ever wondered what is actually dark web? So next, I will introduce more about dark web to you. Dark web actually refers to the encrypted online content that is not indexed by conventional search engine, and it also refers to the website that do not appear on the search engine. So look at the right picture, you can actually see the online world actually operate just like an iceberg. On the top of the level, we have the surface web, which is open to everyone, and it is for everyday users and data. While for the medium level, we have deep web. It is only for certain invitation users and also some advanced users. While at the bottom we have dark web. So dark web is purposely hidden and it is inaccessible through standard browsers and methods. Yet if you know it, you actually will know like dark web have a reputation or it have a nickname which is a heaven for illegal activities because it helps people to maintain privacy and then it also helps them, it provide a platform to them to express their view freely without exposing their identity. So what is the relation between man and religion? Okay, so the benefits of religion to human is we get to understand the teachings of goodwill and the golden rule, and promoting ethics and good moral in political life, developing inner strength and courage to do the right thing, the message of forgiveness, understand the religious art and music, experience the sense of community and belonging, and also selfless service. So, how religion can deal with dark web illegal criminals is we will have a moral law set up by religion that is able to create moral standards and establish the best way of punishment to prohibit dark web activities. It will act as a guidance to classify dark web activities as illegal things to human well-being and also to classify that this activity is against morality and also it is intolerable to human matter. So looking at the below, looking at the bottom, you will see here some example of the activities that we can see in dark web. For example, illicit drug markets, counterfeit good, contract killing, money laundering, extremist sites and forum, sharing a child sexual abuse material and also pornography. Of course, this is just a few examples that we listed here, and of course there's more. So, what is encryption? Encryption is a method which information is converted into secret code that hides the information from its actual meaning. Yeah, because just like what we know, dark web have a lot of activities that is illegal and unethical. So most of the time, the content in dark web are all encrypted. So what is actually value system? So value system is a set of value and attitude that shared by a group of people. And from Western perspective, they have a close kinship with the dark web as material values that takes precedence over spiritual value. So the material values that we have here is authoritarianism, hedonism, relativism, and also subjectivity. So on a spiritual value standpoint, actually dark web oppose the moral and religious value, which is unethical. So the objective of number three, okay, sorry, is objective number three, which is the role of science in life. So everybody know about science and we learn about science. So what is actually the role of science in our life? Okay, I can conclude it into four main points. First is increasing virtual communication and privacy securities. Secondly is accessing data and information easily, fast, free, and efficient. We can also increase knowledge, gaining awareness in society, and development of technology to improve quality of life and social benefits. So, is dark web illegal? I can separate this into two different perspectives. First, let's talk about government perspective. Okay, actually, dark web is considered illegal under Malaysian Communications and Multimedia Commission, which is called MCMC, because the usage of dark web mostly will result in negative consequences where it outweighs the positive impact on the users. And dark web also causing a lot of social and criminal crime like money laundering, human trafficking, prostitution, and more. So the biggest issue in Malaysia for this dark web issue will be actually we're having the data of more than 46 million mobile subscriber in Malaysia that leak onto the dark web. Yep. And then for the public perspective wise, I can say dark web can be used for both legal and illegal purpose. Why I say so is because the consequences of the usage are depends on how a person wants to utilize it and what is their intention. You can separate the intention into two parts, which is good and bad intention. For example, the good intention can be to keep personal information safe and also for educational purpose. With dark web, maybe we can get to access some scientific journal or scientific article without paying any money. Yeah. Well, for the bad intention, some people use dark web to buy and sell illicit substances and weapons, or they take part in criminal activities. So the criteria that determine the illegal or legal is the activity that carry out via dark web, since dark web itself is just an internet platform. So next, I will talk more about the benefits of using dark web. So I can separate it into five different points, which is data harvesting, security screening, employee checks, maintain privacy, customer service. Yep. So from using dark web, we actually can extrapolating data by tracking the pulse of dark web, and also we can know how actually the hackers work in dark web, and we can also get to understand the vulnerabilities and breaches in my system or your system. Therefore, we can fill in the blank of our security strategy and prevent ourselves from being hacked by the hackers. And also, if you are an employer, you can get to check the background of your employee by accessing their data in depth from dark web. Yeah. And also dark web can help people to maintain privacy and freely express their view on this platform. Yeah. Okay. So what is the disadvantages of dark web? So for this issue, I will focus more on criminal activities. Okay, any type of crime with converted transaction, whether it's involved drugs, money, or even human being, can be committed on dark web. So that corner of the internet are merely a platform for myriad offenses, but here are some examples that I can provide for dark web crimes. For example, we have murder for hire, blackmail, illegal drug sales, illegal arms sales, human trafficking, terrorism, child pornography, and also prostitution. So as you can see, when everything comes so handy, technology has just like one click away from us. So from here, I want to say we have to be a smart user, and we have to be smart enough to determine what is the do and don'ts on the internet. Yeah. So now I'll move on to the conclusion. So darknet or dark web can be viewed as the dark side of the internet for its anonymous nature, virtual markets, and also some other unique features. So in dark web, a range of criminal activities can be performed in this network with ease because we don't have to expose our identity. So the freedom of expression become the main attraction in sustaining the regular use of this network for many activities. But here I would like to clarify where even though many activities take place on this network, but it is not fully criminogenic because many of these crime activities can also exist outside of it. So as a result, the dark net or dark web ought to be investigated more seriously. And one eliminating way of thinking about religious belief that involved in this issue, I can use a loaded gun to explain about it. Yeah. Okay. If we are taught to treat all guns as loaded, it will be safer in the long run. Whether or not it is true that a particular gun is loaded or not, it does not matter. Because as long as a society that believes that every gun is loaded, then it is more likely to survive than a society which does not. Transfer this thought experiment into religion belief, which is saying like a society that believe every human being is crafted in the image of God could be more likely to survive than the one which believe human beings have no fundamental purpose. Because we can observe ourselves, we start to make representations and dramatizations of this pattern and encapsulated them in stories. With this, we can help to understand better by pointing out what is the do and don't in every issues, forming a better ethical culture. So it should be noted that the inherent purpose of dark web should not harm any individuals, organizations, and society. A holistic sociological understanding of dark web social characteristic and technological infrastructure is now needed. This research would help to improve the security technologies and practice better to cope with some of the unique characteristics that darknet identified above. So darknet is not a society where crime is the norm, but in fact, it is a technological platform that is used by different individuals for a variety of purpose. Thank you.